Let us get to it. I don't have much time
Your
because I
record shows that you believe
gotta get off
cops
later or
are
soon.
guilty until proven innocent.
I don't like
You are
clowns.
guilty until proven innocent. Yeah. Just failed his attempt to impeach President Donald Trump. Oh yeah, what? I think there's a video of him being like, "Hey, don't talk about me anymore." 75% of refugees are overweight. I can definitely see that life was extremely difficult under the black rule. God damn. We need to unite as black people. There are less than 5 million white in South Africa versus 45 million of us. We could kill all this white within 2 weeks. Ah, yes. Another EFF member. Basically, this is the political party in the South Africa that's been doing some questionable things, right? If those who are killing farmers can do it, what are you waiting for? Shoot the boar, kill the farmer. Yeah, basically that whole fucking chant event they did, what was it, back in like 2021, 22? I forgot. 23, it was one of those. Minneapolis and state leaders prepare for possible Derek Chauvin pardon. Wow. That's gonna be interesting. He should never have been in prison to begin with. Oh, the great Donald Trump. I'm kidding. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with this. I mean, they might. Given the case and surrounding everything, it's hard to say if they're gonna actually do it. Right? It could go either way, really. Right? People don't want Chauvin to get out. Other people do. Like,
In a nutshell.
It's what's wrong with our country now.
You said, I'm going to quote, it's inconsistent to denounce white supremacy but not repudiate voter ID laws. Did you say that?
oh, and not the voter ID laws shit. Yeah, every time they bring up voter ID laws, it's like, oh no, but voter ID is racist. What?
Senator.
You're welcome.
They literally ran on the whole aspect that voter ID is racist, by the way. Do you guys know where to get licenses? Do you guys know how you use computers?
I believe that was an interview I gave in the days after Charlottesville.
So fucking stupid.
And I believe those statements were it was in my role as an advocate regarding my work representing voters in Alabama challenging
So you didn't mean them as a person?
I made them in my role as an advocate.
Do you mean them as a person? I'm not asking you in your role as an advocate. Do you believe that if you're against white supremacy, you have to be against voter ID laws?
Senator, in my role as an advocate, I have...
Ma'am, I'm not asking you about this. It wasn't the case. I'm asking you what you believe. And I don't appreciate you dodging my question. Now, this is a serious position you've been nominated for. Do you believe that someone who is against white supremacy also has to be against voter ID laws?
Senator, no. The Supreme Court has held that photo ID...
What do you believe?
I believe that the Supreme Court has held
What
that...
do you believe personally?
Photo ID laws have been held to be constitutional.
Do you think voter ID laws are appropriate or inappropriate?
I believe those are questions that election officials...
Do you believe that voter ID laws are appropriate or inappropriate?
Yeah, we're not talking about the officials. We know the official stance. What is your stance on it? Are voter ID laws racist, by the way?
I believe that photo ID laws have been held to be constitutional. I
retard.
believe there are cases in which they are. I believe there are cases in which they are
What do
appropriate.
you believe?
I also believe there are cases
What do you
in
believe?
which they can.
What do you believe? Do you
Senator, let her answer, please.
I'm trying to. We both know what's going on, Mr. Chairman.
Let her complete the sentence.
Well, let me do my own questioning, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate your help, Professor.
Professor,
believe that
Jesus.
voter IDs laws are
Holy shit. Dude, he is fucking drilling the fuck out of
appropriate or not.
I believe there are
yes,
circumstances
the fire.
where photo ID laws can be constitutionally
the hot
implemented,
coals, you
and I
know.
believe that the Supreme Court has also held that there are circumstances when they would not
Dance.
be constitutionally
Dance.
permitted.
Okay. All right.
On to the next.
In 2015, you were on a panel at Princeton University. You said that
A very prestigious Ivy League school.
the killing of unarmed black men by police happens every day in America. Did you say that?
Senator, I don't recall a statement, but it is something I may have said in that context.
You think it happens every single day?
Senator, I believe in that statement, I was making a comment in my role as an advocate, and I was engaging in rhetorical advocacy, which
But do you
advocates
believe that police officers kill
advocacy.
unarmed black
We
men
all know what
every
some
day?
of you fucking people
America.
think. Come on.
Senator,
A
I believe
fucking
the
lion.
killing of unarmed citizens by law
Lying
enforcement
out
is
your
tragic,
teeth.
and I believe in that
I
instance
think it's
was
tragic too, but do you believe, this is a really simple question, Counselor, do you believe that cops kill unarmed black men in America every single day? You said it at Princeton.
Senator, I said it in my role as an advocate.
Oh, okay, you didn't mean it.
Senator, I said it in my role as an advocate to make a rhetorical point.
So when you say something that's incorrect,
Yeah, that's funny because that's what other fucking people parrot now. Huh. Isn't that strange?
it's okay to excuse it by saying, oh, I was being
Oh,
an
what about the whole defund the police thing, huh? What about that? What happened there? What about your BLM riots and, advocates being like, oh, defund the police? Yeah? You even had senators being like that. Congresswomen, men. Interesting. Why? Why would you do such a...
advocate. What do you believe? Do you personally believe that cops kill unarmed black men every single day in America?
That's funny because you can mobilize these cops whenever you want, yet you fucking besmirch their fucking name, by the way. You guys are a real fucking
Senator,
piece
I
of
believe
work.
law enforcement have an important and challenging job in this country.
That's not what you said, though, Counselor.
Senator, I say before you here today that I do believe law enforcement have a difficult and challenging job, and I also understand the difference
I just
between...
think that's an extraordinary statement to make with no data to back up. None whatsoever. There's no basis for you saying that. And you knew it then and you know it now.
Well, there's no
How
basis
can
for
one
any of these
possibly
politicians
believe that you're
saying
gonna be unbiased
half
on
the
the
shit
federal
they say.
bench?
They don't even back it up with the goddamn
Senator, I
source.
believe my record shows that I have worked collaboratively
Fucking
with law enforcement in Boston,
sad
Chicago,
motherfuckers.
Mississippi, and Milwaukee to solve complex problems to promote constitutional, effective, and safe
Your record
policing.
shows that you believe cops are guilty until proven innocent. Your record shows that if a cop, if a cop shoots a criminal, it's the cop's fault. And if a criminal shoots a cop, it's the gun's fault. I've read your record. I've read your record, Ms. Merle, and I don't appreciate you not answering the question straight up.
Should have never been considered.
Came home and he was like, Lee, I lost my job. I'm like, all right, cool. So a month later, like the bills, it was time for the bills or whatever, and I'm like, the bills due, babe, or whatever. And he was like, okay, I'm not working. And I'm just, in a month, like, it's all kind of hustles. You could have been doing something or whatever. So I told him, I said, look, if I pay these bills, are you going to pay me the money back? This man had the nerve to tell me, why should I pay my wife back for paying our bills? I told this man from day one, my money is my money, and his money is our money. Why should I spend my money paying the bills? Like, no, he should have paid me back. So that's when I decided, like, I can't be with this man no more. So I had sex with his homeboy. Like, we all cool. I texted his homeboy or whatever. You know, we went together. We left. I met up with him. And we was chilling, we was drinking or whatever. And I started venting. You know, like I started getting emotional.
That's not
One thing led to
that's
the
not
next.
getting
I
emotional.
did not purposely
Goddamn
mean to
feminist.
do what I did with this. But things
God damn
happen.
it.
Things
Why are
happen.
women like
y'all
this?
understand what I'm going through. So, you know, his friend ended up giving me some money or whatever. And he was like, you know, babe, look, don't worry about it. Handle whatever you gotta handle. Like, his friend was every single thing I desire in a man. Like, everything I desire in a man. And, you know,
wait, what?
Trying to hear my side.
But you're fucking
What the fuck?
spoiled brats.
Now, in the wake of my feminist
His
awakening-
friend
Feminist
is everything
awakening.
I wanted. Jesus Christ, you a bitch. Motherfucker belongs to the goddamn streets.
my default position is that I don't care about men's feelings.
Oh, what a novel idea. I don't think we've ever heard that before on the internet. And what brought about this great epiphany?
I don't care about men's feelings. And that is a position that is...
I don't care
a place
about
I had
men's
to wear
feelings.
that after a lot of self-work.
Go on.
Goddamn.
Because the patriarchy...
The patriarchy.
The patriarchy, the source of all known
Oh,
evil in the
shit.
entire world. Now do tell us, what has the bad patriarchy done this
Oh
time?
fuck.
The
The
patriarchy
patriarchy,
socializes
yes,
women
yes.
not only
It's
to
the
care deeply about
patriarchy.
men's feelings, but to prioritize those feelings over and above our own
Yeah, I
health,
don't
our own
remember
health, our own
living
well-being,
back
our
in
own
what, the
mental and emotional
14th, the 15th century. To what?
No, it
No,
doesn't.
we're going back that far.
I'm
Holy
really starting
shit!
to believe that a lot of these individuals out there that have tried to blame everything that has ever gone wrong on society, not to mention what has gone wrong with their own lives, on that nefarious patriarchy, they have unfortunately not been given the skills necessary to be able to navigate society as an adult, in which a person needs to understand that if you don't take care of yourself first, you can't take care of
This
anyone
is
else.
this is Hassan right there. The patriarch. God damn it!
Person needs to understand that
This
if
is
you don't
literally some of Hassan's talking points.
that a lot of people
Motherfucker's a feminist faggot.
What did he say?
Oh shit. That's the fuck. Oh.
Potential traffic girls.
Hey, well, listen, I appreciate it.
Oh shit.
I'm so hungry. I could
Oh,
eat
there
a
you go.
golden retriever.
That was pretty good. If you want to see the rest of it, Clown World, noxious YouTube, or YT. We'll get to the we'll get to that later. There's been a lot of dude. There's like a bunch of retards attacking VTubers. Still, well, I mean, it's still happening. Basically, Anna Vellens is, or what? Fucking anal. What was it? Anal anal violence. Yes. Holy shit. And then you had Dwayne, right? All of Vice. I don't know. Some of them are shady. That's for sure. And then you got a bunch of Twatto retards
talk
too.
about my hair.
The V Twattas. Shri then has a meltdown over people mocking him on live TV about his what? He said about his hair? Wait, what? This is the guy I was talking
But
about.
they talk about my hair.
Is it? Don't tell me it's his fucking hairline. You're gonna be like, oh, he might be bald underneath. Oh, wait, wasn't there a meme about it? Wasn't there a fucking an image of him being bald and they were making fun of it?
They talk about my hair. They talk about my appearance. They talk about where I was born. They talk about everything, my look.
Well, yeah. Don't you guys do it too? Isn't that how life is, huh? Bitch.
looks. They talk about my age. They talk about why I should be.
Yeah, you're gonna croak sooner.
Back to the country where I was born.
No, people have not been doing that.
They talk
Jesus
about my
fuck.
past business
Man,
dealings
people are
and they
savages.
distort
Holy
my
shit.
business record. They do everything.
They do everything. Well, I mean, you came from that other country. You have dual citizenship, do you not? And then you come to this country and then you try to fuck it up. Yeah, you can shove a big ass shotgun up your ass and pull the trigger, faggot. I don't give a fuck about you. You ain't my representative. Fuck off. What do you got here?
This is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and Democrats, they just keep finding their way to lawless citizens, and they belong in jail, many of them, and some of them will be. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. You know, Cory Booker, first of all, the guy's a clown. He is a showman. He's one of those politicians, and there's quite a few of them, Republican and Democrat. They love to put on a show. They love the hyperbole. They love the presentation. They love to...
Yeah, I mean, look, when they do the hyperbole and then we do it, they start being like, "Oh, you can't be saying this." Like, shut the fuck up.
Give big speeches with these superfluous
Hassan
words,
does the same
these
thing.
long, drawn-out soliloquies. But the thing is, when it comes down to the meat and potatoes of the bare bones, most of these people have nothing to say. Cory Booker is chief among them. Spartacus himself. See, Spartacus yesterday gave a speech about the drug prices in this country, pinning the blame,
It's
by
funny
the way, on Republicans
all he does
for
is
the incredible,
obfuscate, lie, bullshit.
The incredible disparity
just
between what
be
Americans
straight
pay for
up.
drugs and what other countries pay for drugs. Cory, you were about 24 hours too late on that one, because just the day prior, President Trump signed an executive order that's pretty much going to put a stop to that. But be that as it may, as he was going in to give this ridiculous speech, he met a group of protesters who were trying to stop a government proceeding. Now, some call that an insurrection because, well, by the definition, that's what it is. And what did Cory Booker say to these people? He stood in solidarity with them. He told them to keep fighting.
Yeah, I mean, he did it for, what, over 25 hours, and it did absolutely fuck
for
off.
being there. He didn't give a similar speech.
Hey,
January
Hassan,
6th,
you should be like
2021.
Cory Booker.
No, then it was a threat to democracy. And I don't disagree.
Will that help your cause?
What I do disagree with is that when their side does it, suddenly it's not a threat to democracy.
Well, why don't
He's
you
a
get your other
hypocrite.
friends to
He's a
fight your
con
cause
man,
for you
a
too,
carny
huh?
barker, a salesman, a medicine man. I want you to
Come on,
watch
Hassan,
what
don't you
Cory
want your
Booker did here,
crusade?
and then let me know what you think in the comments.
We're not gonna let them take away healthcare. What are you talking about? They're still going on the Luigi Mangione right high. Jeez, they're all fucking old people, man. What the fuck? Holy shit, that's a lot of disabled people. fuck? Holy shit!
They want to kill the veterans who have fought for us.
This guy's just like, oh god, here we go. The cops are just trying to be like, oh fuck, here we go. Can you just go over there? Man, I have never seen such reasonable cops before. Compared to fucking other countries. Ooh, go to China or Russia. Slam! Oh man. Yeah, even in the Asian countries, they would be more. They would actually like question you and investigate because it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah, but unfortunately for the U.S., we have so many laws that just allow some of this shit to happen. So it's like, gotta work within the fucking border lines, right? That's fucking annoying.
How can you assure the American people Medicaid won't be cut?
No!
Oh, we got. Is there again?
How can you assure your Nana that you still support her after she told you that chocolate milk was not coming around the house?
Congressman, how can you...
Can you assure your Nana that you still support her after she told you that chocolate milk was not coming around the house?
Congressman, how can you...
Congressman, how can you...
Told you that chocolate milk was not coming around the house.
Nice. Apparently, he's been getting paid by Big Pharma. Uh-oh. Because, well, I mean, he's been lobbying for certain people. I mean, all these politicians get fucking bought out. God is dead.
Some startling answers. This British journalist received some startling answers from migrants from Sudan on what they expect when they come to the UK.
Sudan?
I have never seen anything like this in my life.
What do you mean? Oh my god,
Hello,
that's
everybody.
an encampment.
The smell is absolutely overpowering.
Well,
You've got
yeah, because
people
it's...
on top of each other.
Probably because they haven't showered in a while.
So where are you from?
Very small, from Sudan.
You're from Sudan?
Yeah.
I speak to a lot of people from
Oh,
Sudan.
this isn't Britain.
Here. So, do you want to come to Britain, England? You want to go to England?
Yeah.
Okay, why?
England is dream.
Do you think
England
that they
is
give you
dream.
money in England?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, but I think they are give me England. They are give me money. You can help me anything. I can need you. Maybe you help me.
So why should English people pay
Basically, they're here
you
for a free
to have
handout,
a house?
just like what California does with the homeless.
Maybe they give me house. They give me anything I can need. They give me.
Just give it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just give me free shit.
Because people in England is perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, so you think we're all
Yeah,
rich people?
Yeah,
So
charity.
we can give,
Yeah,
okay.
well-
If I said to you, look, we don't have enough houses in England, would that stop you coming to England?
Okay. Maybe I come back in my. Maybe I come back in my country and I change in another country after.
Oh, maybe I come back and
Yeah.
go to another country. Oh, look at that. He's not. Oh, why did he come from his country over here when he could have just stayed in his country? Oh. It's like they've been getting information like we're a bunch of fucking, right, piggy banks, right?
You think that if you realise that we can't afford England, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we have had to come outside of there because genuinely the smell is quite overpowering. What you heard there was someone clearly being confronted for the very first time in their life with the reality that in England we aren't all made of money. You shouldn't just get a house. We shouldn't all just pay for everything. And maybe if they were told that, then they wouldn't be all queuing up here in a massive warehouse and all.
Oh yeah, I wonder who's been telling them that they get free shit if they'd come over. Huh. It sounds like a bunch of politicians.
Down the beach and trying to get here in record numbers.
When Joe Biden was president, we saw some entitlement from migrants in the news in the U.S.
The reality is we feel offended. We come to this country with an American dream.
She says we're not in a place where our kids' mental health is prioritized or where they can run around and play. At the same time, the mother adds she feels disconnected.
Disconnected? Well, you don't.
From society, our kids need psychological help and need
You
to
don't
go
speak
to
a
school.
lick of
Some of them
English.
say the conditions at the Brooklyn cruise ship terminal, which the city set up with 1,000 beds for single men, are unlivable. With reports from men who were there of only.
You guys don't speak a lick of English. You have no money to get into the education education facilities because you do need money to get into those. Education isn't free. So it's like, I don't know why are all you guys coming to the U.S. when you don't even have enough money to start a life? It makes no fucking sense.
Only limited bathroom facilities.
It's like their priorities got fucking flipped. It's like, oh yeah, we can come over here and people will just give us free shit to survive. What? Get the fuck out of here.
And come back to this.
¿Se pueden quedar aquí o los van a mover?
Nos están dando, quiere que nos vayamos para Brooklyn para una, eso es como un campamento militar, algo bien feo.
At District 1, dozens are sharing a bathroom in the lobby and a porta potty outside. We asked
they're like,
these conditions are better than they were at home.
In Venezuela, we never lived on the streets. Now we are living on the street, and we need to wait for
because
some
you
help.
guys have absolutely nothing.
Residents here point to pasta covered in grease and meatballs still frozen in the middle. They're pushing back today. This mom of two says sometimes the food smells bad, rotten, and every time the children eat the food like that, they get food poisoning. But Mayor Adams implies the migrants are just being picky.
People may have a different cultural taste for certain foods.
We demand Biden, the administration, that he listen to the people. He listen.
See? You see where it goes? Biden was just giving out free shit. Oh, man.
He make a reform, immigration reform for the people that stay here for a long time.
Oh, yeah, by the way, the immigration stuff hasn't changed that much. It's still the same. It's still we're still using some of Biden's bullshit. It's just Trump kind of changed it a little. I mean, we're still using the same shit. But these people are still getting upset. Because they're the ones who fuck themselves. Right? They start blaming it on other people, even though they should be blaming it on their fucking selves.
So at this point...
Jesus Christ, fucking people. We'll watch this later. Let's see, this news, yes, the president of Mexico got upset, and they're trying to sue Google now.
Mexico sues Google. Mexico sues Google over Gulf of America name change. It's always been called the Gulf of America. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Mexico is suing Google for ignoring repeated requests. Who wants to listen to Mexico?
Yeah, fuck
not
Mexico,
to
I'm
rename the
sorry.
Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America for US
You guys
users
have
on
no
its
power.
map service, Claudia Sheinbaum said. The Mexican president did not say where the lawsuit had been filed. Google did not respond to the BBC's request for comment. On Thursday, the Republican-led House of Representatives voted to officially rename the Gulf for federal agencies. US President Donald Trump signed an executive order on his first day in office in January, calling for the body of water to be renamed, I've got hiccups now. Arguing the change was justified because the US do most of the work there and it's ours. Like, I'll save it for the end, bugging it. However, Sheinbaum's government contends that Trump's order applies only to the US portion of the continental shelf. All we want is for the decree issued by the US government to be complied with, she said, asserting that the US lacks the authority to rename the entire Gulf.
Why is that?
Says who?
Yeah, says who?
This
What?
is America, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, they can do.
What?
See when you've got 80 million
That's for
billion
you.
nukes and hundreds of tanks.
Yeah,
and
Google's
thousands and thousands
not a
of guys all
Mexico
saying,
company.
"Hoorah."
Yeah.
Then you get
Fuck.
your talk
Oh.
big. You guys lose fights with your own drug gangs, your
Yeah.
own criminal cartels literally
Yeah,
beat
you
in
might as well
gunfights.
just
Shut
get
up.
this and just fucking.
Shut up. Oh, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah, what are you gonna
Pablo?
do about it?
You going to jump
Cry
over
more,
a fence?
bitch.
Ooh, scary. Sheinbaum wrote a letter to Google. What are you going to do? Invade America? You already
Yeah,
are.
go ahead, try.
Sheinbaum wrote a letter to Google in January asking the firm to reconsider its decision.
I mean,
to
you guys
rename
are
the Gulf of
already
Mexico
using
for
your
US
coyotes to do
users.
shady shit,
The
eh?
following month, she threatened legal action. At the time, Google said it made the change. Oh,
Sorry, I'm being
don't
an
worry,
asshole
America.
today.
You could just buy out the judge. You'll be fine. They do that
Actually,
all
then
the
again,
time
I'm
in
an
Mexico.
asshole like almost every
Sheinbaum
day.
wrote a letter to Google in January asking the firm to reconsider its decision to rename the Gulf of Mexico for US users. The following month, she threatened legal action. At the time, Google said it made the change as part of a long-standing practice of following name changes when updated by official government sources. It said the Gulf, which is bordered by the US, Cuba, and Mexico, would not be changed for people using the app in Mexico, and users elsewhere in the world will see the label Gulf of Mexico brackets Gulf of America. The Associated Press news agency's refusal to use the Gulf of America name led to a months-long conflict with the White House, which restricted AP's access to certain events. A federal judge ordered the White House in April to stop sidelining the outlet. Trump hinted on Wednesday that he may recommend changing the way the US refers to another body of water. The American Ocean. The Pacific's just the American Ocean. America, yeah, we're one side of the planet now. Oh, say, can you see? Like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Just call the Pacific the American Ocean. Who's going to complain? Hawaii's in the middle of it, so, you know, they've technically got a claim.
Yeah.
Who's going to complain? New Zealand? Is New Zealand going to complain about it? What are they going to do? Name it Lord of the Rings, that's it. No, I don't want to sound, you know, unappreciative. Thank you very, very, very much for Lord of the Rings. But you took down the Eagles in the airport, so, you know, you're gay now. But still, during an upcoming visit to Saudi Arabia, he plans to announce that the US will henceforth refer to the Persian Gulf as the Arabian Gulf, or the Gulf of Arabia, AP reported. Ah, it's a boring one. Iranian Foreign Minister Arakchi has responded by saying he hopes the absurd rumors
are no more
than a disinformation campaign, and that such
Iran's like, no, what the fuck? Stop this.
move will bring the wrath of all Iranians. Yeah? What you going to do? Shoot down one of your own bloody planes again?
Yeah.
Ooh, scary.
Yeah, oh my
But
god,
anyway.
scary. Oh, you're gonna kill one of your own leaders
As
again
far as
somehow?
I'm concerned, it's the Gulf of America. There's not a thing Mexico can do about
Yeah,
it.
no, nothing they
Go
can
up.
do. Yeah, sorry, Mexico. Shut the fuck up. Know your place, bitch. Unless you want to start some shit, I don't mind. We can go to war. I don't mind killing some people. I haven't done any killing yet, but I mean, we can always start a new journey, right?
If anyone's breaking the law in this situation, it's not members of Congress, it's the Department of Homeland Security.
Yes.
It's people like Tom Homan and Secretary Kristi Noem. You lay a finger on someone, on Representative Bonnie Watson Coleman, or any of the representatives that were there, you lay a finger on them.
Oh, wait, what? Wait, was this before they did their weird shit?
We are going to have a problem.
Your statement the other day after there was this incident in Newark, you said they better not touch our members.
Correct.
What happens if they were to go and arrest these members, or if they would try to sanction them here in the House of Representatives?
They'll find out.
What would you do? I mean,
They'll
what
find out.
recourse? I mean, but it doesn't
Oh,
have to be-
Hakeem, discount Obama.
That's a red line.
Oh, man.
What's the red line, though? I mean, I know we have the.
It's a red line. It's
Look,
very
I don't
clear.
mind putting
I think
bullets
that
in any of our
so-called
politicians.
Homeland Security spokesperson is a joke.
None of these people are fucking
They know better
scientists.
than to go down that road, and it's been made
I would flay a lot
loudly
of them alive.
and abundantly clear to the Trump administration. We're not going to be intimidated
Oh, really?
by their tactics to try to force
Why don't you get the big booty Latina to keep talking?
principled
Right?
opposition from not standing up to their extremism. It hasn't happened during the entirety of this failed term. It didn't happen when
Shut
Donald
the
Trump
fuck up.
temporarily was sitting high in the immediate aftermath of the election. Do you think it's going to happen now? No one's intimidated by this dude. No one. And so there are clear lines that they just dare not cross.
A new video from the scene. You see some of these HSI agents.
Yeah,
there.
I'm
That's
surprised,
Homeland
dude.
Security
I
investigations.
think it was this lady. This lady was the one who was started throwing hands with one of the. He actually hit one of the federal
believe
agents.
there is the mayor of Newark,
I would have fucking floored
Ross
her.
Baraka, and others. This is quite
Oh, you start
tense.
punching. Oh,
you
look,
see there,
you're on the
Congresswoman
floor now
Watson
in the,
Coleman.
in the asphalt.
What
Oops.
is the goal here in making these individuals pay the price?
Oh, did you?
for
Are you bleeding?
trying
Oh,
to
that
enter
sucks.
this
We can get you a
facility?
medic.
Dagan, this was a cheap political stunt by the Democrats and by these protesters. Who do they want to get out of this
It's
facility?
okay.
Is
You
it the
need to
MS-13
bleed a
gang members?
little.
Is it the
You
known
have too much
terrorists, the
iron
child
in your
rapists,
blood.
The murderers. Again, this is a cheap political stunt for their 15 minutes of fame. We're not having it. They put
Oh, look at that.
officers at risk. They
Started
put our
fucking
staff
pushing.
in the
Yeah, I would
facility
have
at
just
risk,
said,
and
fuck
put
off.
the detainees at risk. You saw that they didn't even let an ambulance through. This is not something that this administration is going
Yeah,
to
I
put
saw that
up
one
with.
bitch. I would have
And
probably
that's part
tripped
of the
her and be
reason
like,
that
get the
this
fuck out of
mayor
here.
was arrested. You can't just storm a detention facility and assault law enforcement officers with impunity.
If AOC goes down there and pulls the same kind of stunt that we've seen on Friday and today, are you going to arrest her as well?
If she trespasses and if she assaults law enforcement officers, as we saw earlier, I think that that's certainly on the table.
There you have it. Don't push your luck. Trump plans to accept the white South African refugees. Yeah, he already did that.
His US plan to accept white Afrikaners. South Africa criticizes
I think honestly Trump did that as just a show of just how much some of the Democrats are fucking retarded, right? I mean, on full displayed, it all the Democrats fucking dropped their goddamn masks. Well, I mean, they have been dropping their masks for a while, right? Ever since the election with Trump. Some of them have just been unhinged.
US plan to accept white Afrikaners as refugees. Well, I mean, of course they would. Look what happened to Zimbabwe. But anyway, South Africa has criticised the US as reporting of suggesting Washington could receive white
not
Afrikaners as
Zimbabwe.
refugees as early as next week. A document seen by the BBC's US partner CBS describes the potential resettlement as a priority for President Donald Trump's government. However, the timing is not being publicly confirmed by the White House. Now, I don't know if you've been paying attention to what's going on in South Africa at the moment, there
Oh,
is
yeah.
basically they want to reverse
Kill the
apartheid.
Boer!
They're like, oh, apartheid was awful.
Yeah, those guys.
So as revenge, we want apartheid. Right, which is just going to continue the cycle. White people do not have it good in South Africa. They get murdered, they get killed. You know, the white farmers get massacred all the bloody time, and the government goes, "Oh no, oh well. Anyway, we're going to redistribute the land."
Yeah.
To black people. That's a kind of thing. And these
Yeah,
are the same
it sounds
people that
like
have to
some,
chant,
like,
"Kill
right,
the
some
Boer,
fucking
kill the
15th
farmer."
century
yeah,
shit.
Those are the people that are in power right
Literally.
now. So a lot of them, understandably,
Literally
don't
the
feel
fucking
very safe
15th
and they want
century
to leave.
bullshit.
I've got friends who are from South Africa, people that I know.
We're
and
going
they
back to
left
the dark
because
ages of
that.
just fucking
One of my
pillaging
friends, his
land
dad
from
actually
people and
left
killing them.
South Africa when he was kind of young. He was like
Jesus.
8, and basically they all get mugged at gunpoint in their own
Yeah.
driveway.
Yeah,
Basically, as they were getting
cold-blooded.
into their car pulled up, 4 guys got out, pointed guns at them, robbed them all blind, and then ran off. It was a terrifying thing for him and his younger sister to go through, and basically their dad went, "That's it." They migrated to Scotland because it's not safe. In a statement published on Friday, South Africa's foreign ministry described the purported move as politically motivated and designed to undermine South Africa's constitutional democracy, whereby they murder people.
Yeah,
and,
yeah, the
completely ignore
constitutional
crimes against them.
democracy,
Yeah.
yes, uh-huh.
In February, Trump described Afrikaners
Yes.
as victims of racial discrimination and an executive order opening up the prospect for them to resettle in the US. The South African authorities said that they would not block the departures of those chosen for resettlement, but said they had sought assurances from the United States that those selected had been fully vetted and did not have pending criminal charges. The statement added that allegations of discrimination against the country's white minority were unfounded. That is an absolute lie. That is an absolute lie. And that crime statistics did not indicate that any racial group had been targeted in violent crimes on farms. That
Look, as usual, the countries and governments will try to hide information. Why? Because it's not in their best interest to fucking tell you the truth.
is kind of an absolute lie. They've been there and interviewed the people. You can talk to them where they were like, yeah, my father was murdered right in front of me, and the government did nothing about it. You heard about the boy in the bathtub? What they did to him? Yeah, you know what? Just don't Google it. Don't ruin your day. Some groups representing the rights of white farmers have said they are being deliberately killed because of their race. They are. A spokesperson for the US State Department told the BBC they were interviewing individuals interested in resettling in the US and prioritising Afrikaners in South Africa who are victims of unjust racial discrimination. They did not confirm.
Yeah, I mean, if you were to take a look at the UN, the UN news and stuff, yeah, that South Africa has had issues for a while now.
The resettlement would begin.
Right,
The Trump
I mean, there's
administration
human
has
rights
also accused
violations
South
all over
Africa
that
of
fucking
seizing
place.
land from white farmers without compensation, something Pretoria has repeatedly denied. That's a lie. Elon Musk, a top advisor to the Trump administration who grew up in South Africa during apartheid, has been critical of Pretoria, claiming that it is leading to a genocide against white farmers. US officials have planned a press event on Monday at Dulles Airport in Virginia to welcome the group, the document seen by CBS show. According to US media, 54 Afrikaners will arrive as part of the first group. The decision to accept South Africans as refugees comes as the Trump administration has halted nearly all migrant asylum claims. In February, South Africa criticised Trump's executive order opening the US up to the resettlement of white Afrikaners, saying in a statement that it is ironic the US is open to accepting a group that remains amongst the most economically privileged.
What?
That's not exactly true, though.
Yeah,
is it?
what?
Well denied.
How is that true in app? What the fuck are these people talking about?
Vulnerable people from other parts of the world asylum.
Oh yeah, it's by BBC. Oh yeah, that's right. The BBC likes to lie a lot. Yeah. Fucking England, yeah. Yeah, who was that one English guy? I'm sorry, I'm not gonna bring up his name.
That's the end of the article.
I
But,
keep tossing
this
shit
has been going on
his
for
way. I'm
years
sorry.
now. We've all seen it. We all know what they're doing. And they're just like, no,
fucking
don't, because they
Englishmen.
know that they don't want a Zimbabwe, where basically they went, white farmers get out, and the white farmers went, okay.
Fucking trailer
Here you go, here's the
trap.
farms, best of luck.
God
And then
damn
there
it,
was a
I'm sorry.
famine. There was a widespread famine. right? And they're like,
They got
yeah,
some
we hate the
hillbilly
white
shit
people. We
over
want to
there
take
too,
away the
man.
farms,
I
and they
don't know
will
what
be
to
a famine
say.
in South Africa because
England has hillbilly
they don't
shit.
know how to farm.
Fucking
The white
U.S.
farmers
has
do, the ones that
hillbilly
have been
shit.
doing
I
it
don't
for
know. It's
generations
just,
and
everywhere
generations,
has
but
hillbilly
we're getting
shit.
hit squads to go in, murdering the farmers in a robbery.
Doing
and
fucking
everything,
weird,
and they're
like,
going, oh,
getting
that's a
with
shame.
their
Anyway, we're
cousins.
taking
It's
your
just,
land. They've been doing it
what
for
the
years.
fuck?
They've been doing it for a really, really long time. And
Getting
white
with
people are
family
leaving
members.
South
What the
Africa
fuck
en
is
masse,
wrong
and
with
South
you
Africa doesn't like it because it looks bad. And of course, like any other government, they are going to deny.
Yep. Yep. All they're gonna do is play the victim and not tell you the truth. Oh no, it didn't happen to these people. It happened to us. Oh no, it never happened to these people. They're the most richest here. Do you know why the US doesn't just fucking start nuking shit? Because it would not be in our best interest. Also, that cost a lot of fucking money. Pete Buttigieg comes out in defense of deported illegal alien Kilmar Abrego Garcia. I mean, he isn't a criminal even after he was exposed as a serial white beater and human smuggler, yeah. Literally live on cam.
We have an element of due process. And what we're seeing with Garcia and other individuals being denied that due process. Can you please tell
what do you
the
mean?
audience
Did you
here
not see
and
the
kinda
body
give
cam
them
footage? I guess
the
you're
tools
fucking
that
blind.
they need in order to
Oh,
have
well,
a
he has
conversation
glasses,
to say,
so, yeah, I guess
this
he's
is why
blind.
due process is so important.
Yeah.
I guess the way I would think about it is that our most important rights and freedoms are safe if and only if they apply across the board. So just like freedom of speech isn't freedom of speech if it's only for speech we agree with, right?
Yeah, but you guys have been doing that all the time, though. And we make fun of you. And then when we make fun of you for it, you guys cry wolf.
It's why, because Voltaire
I mean,
said, I
just
detest
look at
what you have
Hassan.
to say, but I will defend to the death
Didi
your right
Hamas
to say it.
Piker.
Right? It is
Osama
precisely
bin
with
Laden.
disagreeable speech that we prove that we really mean it when we say freedom of speech. Same thing with the rule of law. You know, they're saying like, oh, well, this guy, you know, he's a criminal. The whole point is that no one person, least of all, no one politician, gets to decide that you're a criminal. Who decides? We have a process. We have laws. That's what due process is. You're not a criminal because the head of the government of the country you live in says you're a criminal.
What? Excuse me? Huh?
Music! It's too loud! Can't hear you!